Well, I think the reason Don was so successful as a politician is because he's so tall. You know, and I don't know if you knew this, but if you catch a glimpse of Don in your rear view mirror, he's actually not only closer than he appears, but taller.
He told me that if he ever became wealthy, he would buy me a chocolate fountain. And I still hold him to that.
Hey Don, thanks for being a good supporter of local music. You've been shopping at the Fetus since you were a teen, I'm pretty sure. So thanks for that. We love you.
He wanted me to start replying to all of Homegrown's hate mail. So that was kind of my first introduction to running Homegrown, was dealing with the haters.
Hey Don, thanks for not getting mad when I put you in a cartoon without asking first. And thanks for keeping the city safe from seagulls and sharks.
I think the most amazing ability that Don Ness had was being able to face heavy opposition and heated discussions and still carry on and move on from one debate to the next, and to have the energy to be able to go home at the end of the day and still be a father of three.
Why do you have so many questions about him?
Well, it's his last term, and we just wanted to kind of put something together for him, and your name was listed.
Kind of the old kibosh? Bring the hammer down on him?
I mean, I suppose you could say that. It's a little less cynical than that, but yeah, kind of a goodbye. Thanks.
I'm being cynical?
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
I can lead.
Yeah, maybe you should just.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm standing in front of the North Shore Theater, the location of the very first Homegrown Music Festival, the launching ground. And I want to thank the mayor for being behind the move to restore the North Shore Theater. As you can see, it has been restored to the condition it was in 1999 when the festival began.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Hey Don, I just want to say thanks for supporting Beaners, having your campaign office above here when you were running, all the great things you've done this whole time for the music community and for the arts in Duluth, and good luck in the future.
Hey Don, we've been sipping on craft beers since before you were city councilor. Now I'm here at Fitter's Brewhouse, enjoying the mayor brewed in your honor. Thank you for all your support of outdoor adventure, art, music, and of course craft beer in Duluth. Cheers.
Part of the hero villain show at the Zeitgeist involved me painting a picture of Don Ness, and at the risk of sounding like a stalker, I went through all of his Facebook photos to find one that captured what I thought reminded me of him. And I found one of him at the brew house leaning back with a beer and watching, I think it was Charlie Parr that night, and I always remember him. I remember him exactly like that picture.
Don, thanks for all the music and the memories for Homegrown. Oopsie?
Mayor Ness, sir, Donnie, thanks so much for inventing Homegrown so we could drink homegrown ale with you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don, Homegrown would not be Homegrown if I did not run into you and give you a big hug. And I just want to thank you for your support of local music through the years and for helping make it all possible. Thanks.
I really think that Don at one point saved Homegrown from imploding upon itself. I think it was Don that stepped in and turned it into a nonprofit and gave it new life. So for that, I think he's owed a huge debt of gratitude by all of the scenesters in Duluth who love Homegrown.
Well, Don, I'd like to say thank you for all the support of local music and art, and I feel like this is a good time to announce my mayoral campaign for next year, and so I hope to see a Big Wave Dave sign in your yard.
It was my understanding that if I did this, that Don Ness would give me the key to the city, so time's a wasting, Don.
The best thing about Don Ness is Jamie Ness.
Thanks.
What can you say about a man who selflessly gives to his community, is a natural-born leader, extremely charismatic and brings people together? I don't know, but fortunately this is not about me. It's about you, Don Ness. What can I say about you? Jamie Ness is pretty cool. He's a good musician.
Thanks.
And yeah, I'm glad you're quitting while you're ahead, because I have work to do.
Donnie actually gave me a Christmas gift, which was some studio time that became the album Wet Dog. And he also helped with the last Boom Chucks album.
threw us some cash to make copies, so I probably wouldn't be in this festival today if it wasn't for my brother. So thanks, Don. Not bad for a Central kid.
Hey Don, thanks for all your support over the years. Our city and our scene in this festival wouldn't be where it is today without your support. Thanks a lot.
Hey Mayor Ness, I just want to thank you for your years of support with the Harbor City Roller Dames. And I also want to thank you for all your work you've been doing with Homegrown, supporting the local scene and all the community.
Thanks, Don, for making otherwise disenfranchised young people maybe care about local politics.
Happy Homegrown to you. And now, with more time on your hands, we'll probably see you at more shows.
Don, I'd like to thank you for your ceaseless passion about your community and your faith in artists. It's a tough road to navigate out there, and a little bit of support goes a long way. Best of luck in the future. Can't wait to see what's next for you.
Don, thanks for keeping it rocking in D-Town for the last 8 years. You've done a great job. Good luck in the future.
Don, I want to say thank you for blazing this trail, leading Duluth into a new era where arts and music provide a backbone for a cultural renaissance. That's not bad.
Don, I want to say thank you for all your support and all your friendship and camaraderie and your positive attitude and your intelligence with helping the Duluth music community as a whole, and also the Hobo Nephews as a band and me as an individual.
Thanks, Don, for all that you've done for Duluth, not just the music scene.
When you ran for mayor, I knew you'd be good because you wouldn't let me buy those cigarettes back in the day. Thanks for supporting the restaurants and local music and arts. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of you now that you're done being the mayor, and you can eat more pizza and drink more beer.
Well, Don, I'd like to say thank you for all what you've done for the musical community in town. Thank you for never having me kick you out, actually. Thank you for actually encouraging the arts and everything else that happens in this lovely town.
Happy birthday, Don. Wait. Happy Homegrown, Don.
I would definitely say, especially for young people, Don Ness really is an example of what happens when you decide early to do something extraordinary with your life. I've lived here since I first came to college, and I remember being aware of this young councilman, and I remember it being an inspiration to me and to, I don't know, I feel like it shaped the attitude of hope in this town.
Whenever I think of Don Ness, I think wherever you go, there Mayor Ness is. He's been such a fixture in the Duluth community, and he's really helped to put this town on the map.
I've known you for a long time now, I think, since I first moved to Duluth, and you've been a joy to every time I see you, all the work that you've done, and I just want to say thank you for being such a supporter of the arts in Duluth. You know, you've done your part to make this a great town, and Duluth is awfully proud of you.
I'm not sure you remember this, but before you even ran for mayor, you asked me for a beer at Carmody's, and we sat down, and you asked me if I thought you'd be a good mayor. And I said, yeah, I think you'd be a good mayor, and I was right. So there you go.
Congrats, Don. You've done a great job. Thank you so much for finally realizing that you wanted to quit being a mayor so you can come back to run Homegrown.
I wish him a lot of luck on the role, whatever you want to do. Maybe congressman or senator or something like that, I don't know.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don. You're top notch.
Hey, Don, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
To the Don, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mayor Don Ness. Appreciate all of your service.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don. Hopefully now we can have that beer.
Thank you, Don. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
I want to say thank you, Don.
Thanks, Don Ness.
Hey, thanks, Don. Thanks for all the support.
Gracias. Thank you.
Potholes.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Mayor Ness, for everything that you've done for us.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks to Donnie Ness for his years of working with Homegrown and for his mayoralship.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Your Honor, your mayor, thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don. You've been awesome.
Thanks, Don, for everything.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Don Ness, for being a man in this town. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, Don, and thank you to your whole family. You're a true friend.
Thanks. You know, a lot of people don't know that my parents almost didn't name my brother Don Ness. Some of the names they were considering were LeBron Ness, Michelle Kwan Ness, King Kong Ness, or Bong Ness.